Today we are going to discuss about upper bound and lower bound of a value. Lower bound and upper bound of a value. Now, suppose if I ask you, I give you a number something like this. I ask you to round it off to a nearest tens. So your answer would be 30. If I give you 34, still your answer would be 30. If I give 35, your answer would be 40. So look at this. So the 35 will become 40, whereas your 34, 33, 31, 29 also would become 30, 28 up to 25, the value will be 30 only. Anything after 35 would get you 40. So when they say a number is already being rounded up to 30, the meaning of that number is the value of this number ranges anywhere between 25, more than 25, and less than 35. So the value of this number lies anywhere between 25 to 35. So this 25 is called the lower bound. 25 is called your lower bound and this is called your upper bound. So understand the representation is this way. So the value of x lies between 25 and 35. So the x value is greater than or equal to 25, whereas it is always less than 35. So you can ask me a question, is it 34? No, the answer is 35. The upper bound is 35, but it is always less than 35. So upper bound, when they say upper bound, it implies that it is always less than 35. So this is when it is rounded off to nearest tens. If the number is rounded off to nearest hundreds, something like 400. So this number is already rounded off to nearest 100. So the lower bound of this would be 350 and the upper bound of this number would be 450. So this 400 lies anywhere between 350 to 450. So this is your lower bound and this is your upper bound. I'll give one more example. I take it in thousands. Suppose you have 21,000 as a number. So what will be your upper bound and the lower bound? So the lower bound, there is one more method of finding out. What you can do is you can take this and divide by 2. Then you get 500. So subtract 500 from this number and add 500 to this number. So 20,500 is the lower bound and 21,500 is the upper bound. So this value lies anywhere between this. So this number happens to be the exact mid value when you're rounding off to nearest 1000. So hope this clears everything. Suppose they can also round it to nearest 20s, nearest 2s, nearest 5s. So if they're rounding off to nearest 20, the number would be something like 120, this kind of numbers which are divisible by 20. If they have rounded off to nearest 120, so the lower bound, again divide this by 20, divide this by 2. So 20 divided by 2 would get you 10. Subtract 10 from this and add 10 to this. So I'll get anything between 110 and 130. So the lower bound is 110 and the upper bound is 130. If they are rounding off to nearest 2, suppose they have a number like 18. So what will be the lower bound? So the rule is divide this by 2, subtract it and add it to this number. So divide by 2 will get you 1. So 18 minus 1 is 17 and 18 plus 1 is 19. So the lower bound is 17 and the upper bound is 19. Similarly, if the number is rounded off to the nearest fives, something like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, I take a number as 35. So find out the lower bound of upper bound of this number when it is rounded off to nearest 5. So what you have to do, divide 5 by 2, which gets you 2.5. So you have to add 2.5 and subtract 2.5. When you subtract 2.5 from this, you have 32.5. When you add 2.5 to this, it becomes 37.5. So the lower bound is 32.5 and the upper bound is 37.5. So hope this explains everything in these questions. I'll solve a couple of them and let you do the rest of them. So I'll do this one. This number 73100. This is rounded off to nearest 100. This is rounded off to nearest 100. So what is our rule? Divide this number by 2, which gets you 50. So to add 50 and subtract 50 from this number. So it is 73050 and add 5 to this 73150. So this is your lower bound and this is your upper bound. So the question was your lower bound. So it becomes 73050 when it is rounded off to nearest 100. I think you should be able to do the rest of the three. Next, one more example I'll do from here. I'll do this question. Now give that rounded off, give the following bounds. So you have 0.443. Now this question, you have to assume that the last digit is the rounded off figure. So this is the rounded off figure. So 0.001 is the rounded off figure. So divide by 2, you get 0.0005. So subtract 0.005 from this. So you end up getting 0.434425 and 0.4435. So the value of x lies between these. So this is the lower bound and upper bound. The question is only to find the upper bound. So it is 0.4435. Similarly, figure out all this. I'll do one question. One question from this. Now third one, A part is 99200. So this number is already rounded off to nearest 100. So what is our rule? Divide this by 2, subtract from this and add to this. So 99200 minus 50, 99200 plus 50. So this would get you 99150 lower bound, 99250, that is our upper bound. No, one more question I'll do from here. So I'll do this. So you have 490 rounded off to nearest 5. Pay attention to this. This is rounded off to nearest 5. So take this 5, divide by 2, you get 2.5. Subtract 2.5 from this and add 2.5 to this. So you have 487.5, 492.5 when you add that. So this is your lower bound. The question was to find the lower bound, so it is 487.5. Hopefully you will be able to solve the rest of the question. So when it is right after nearest 50, you know the rule, divide 50 by 2, you get 25. Subtract 25 from this, add 25 to this. So you have 9475, 9525. So the upper one happens to be 9525.